This one, South Africa's commuter bus service, Putco, is adapting its security surveillance in order to observe and enforce COVID-19 regulations. The buses are back in action as thousands of commuters are having to go back to work this week as the country, of course, gets well into level 3 of the lockdown. However, the transport industry is required to ensure social distancing among passengers and require everyone to wear masks. For more on this now, Hitekani Magwedze joins us live from Soweto. So Hitekani, this is quite an interesting way to go about surveilling compliance. Give us an idea of how this is playing out. Cameras on the buses?
Certainly, and the cameras on the buses. We're on one of the buses here in Dobsonville, and so in fact we just left the bus depot in Dobsonville. And as the economy opens up with level 3, there's a higher numbers of commuters who will be going back to work in the different industries. That, of course, places a lot more responsibility and weight on the transport industry, especially the public transport industry. And to talk to us a bit more about what Putco is doing to ensure that there is compliance to the regulations, we talked to Mr. Jax Squailer of the Putco. Mr. Squailer, I see firstly X's marked on some of the chairs or some of the seats here. Talk to me about the practical ways, firstly, before the more tech ways you've enforced to ensure that there is a compliance.
Thank you very much. Good morning to the viewers. What we have done as a company was to instruct our drivers to say each and every passenger that gets onto the bus, they must make sure that they are sanitized, and on top of that, ensure that they are wearing their masks. What we have done as a company is to go and demarcate the seats in all our buses to ensure social distance. If you can see all the seats that are marked red, it's where our passengers are not supposed to sit. So we're currently loading only 50% of the loading capacity as in line with the COVID-19 regulation, because we say if we keep our social distance, we can contribute to the spread of COVID-19.
Also, you've had surveillance on these buses for quite a while now, but I understand you are shifting the focus in terms of what to look out for, especially in times of COVID-19. Talk to me about that. How does that work?
All right. We got into a partnership with Netstar 3 years ago, whereby there was issues around safety. And then we started installing the first few, cameras on our buses as a pilot project. And then after we saw the successes in terms of reducing the accident, we extended the implementation of the whole project throughout our whole fleet of 1,400 buses. With the start of COVID-19, what we did is that we said, how can this camera system assist us in terms of checking compliance, because we cannot be in each and every bus on a daily basis. So what we do on a daily basis is we review footages from each and every bus to see that the drivers, are they sanitizing passengers? Are the passengers wearing their masks? Are our drivers adhering to the COVID measures in terms of how the government has directed us in terms of the regulations around COVID-19? So we're using the data that we get from the Netstar system on a daily basis to change behavior and ensure compliance in terms of COVID-19 and curb the spread of COVID-19.
Thank you very much.